So I'm recording it now. Let's try something different. I said on our message from last night, I want you to tell me how to make s'mores. How do we make s'mores? Now this, I'm going to warn you, this is a very controversial topic. It doesn't seem like it, but it is, right? Because everybody likes their s'mores a little bit differently. So I want you to know, as if you were teaching somebody new, let's say teaching first graders how to make s'mores, this is a big deal, right? We'll try to make it as easy, painless as possible. But it is certainly a controversial issue. Okay. So let's start with this. It's spelled like that. S'mores. S''M''O''R''E''S. Do you capitalize the M? Okay, some people will fight over that. So the next step, what's the first thing we do when we make s'mores? Build a fire. Next thing we do when we make s'mores, how do we build? Well, let's go back to building a fire. There's a whole process in this. How do we start? Get the wood. Now what? Get matches. You guys actually use matches?
No.
Get matches or? Gasoline.
A lighter.
All right, so people use that. Some people are a little less subtle and use a lighter. Okay. Anything else? Lighter fluid?
Usually stuff it with newspaper.
Stuff it with paper, okay. Does it have to be newspaper?
Newspaper works better with it.
It works better, so we have to get news. Would it work well with a daily journal? No, it's no longer in print. Okay, so we get newspaper, or we get some sort of circular, we find some store, like a Meijer or a Kroger, right? So we have paper, now what? We have paper, we have matches or gasoline, depending on your preference, and we have wood, now what?
I mean, you can put lighter fluid on it, or you can just get it to light with it.
Light what?
I usually like the paper.
Good, I'm gonna light the paper, not the wood. Okay.
I don't know what people are on.
I don't know, does anybody like the wood instead of the paper?
I like the wood paper on.
There's something fun about just watching paper shrivel up and like burn apart, turn black on the edges and so on. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Started a fire. Now what do we do? We got a giant bonfire. Get marshmallows. Where do we get marshmallows?
Croquetto.
What?
Croquetto.
All right, so we'll dot line this from here. So we're gonna start again. Now where are we gonna get the marshmallows? So buy marshmallows. It doesn't matter where you go. Does it matter what the marshmallows are? Do you try the tiny ones? Okay, what's a certain brand? Jet Puff marshmallows. Gotta be Jet Puff, okay. 2 F's. Buy the original, right? Now what? We get marshmallows. We got them at Kroger. Well, what have you said? Kroger. Now what? We got them. There they are. Marshmallows.
Yeah.
Get ingredients. So let's get rid of the marshmallows. Let's just do get ingredients. Okay. What ingredients? Graham crackers. Hershey's chocolate. Can I do any other chocolate? Can I do Ghirardelli's chocolate? Can I do Reese's peanut butter cups? Can I do mayonnaise?
No.
No mayonnaise, because we said ingredients. Does it matter which ingredients?
Ingredients to me it does. I gotta do Hershey's chocolate.
Marshmallow and chocolate. and you have to get Hershey's. I'm not losing you now. Hold on. We're getting this together. Okay. Now, we've got our Hershey's, we've got our graham cracker. Is there a certain graham cracker brand? Honey Maid.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Honey- Minute Maid? All right. Now what? We've got our ingredients. We've got a fire going behind us. Now what are we doing? We need a poker. What does that mean? A roaster thing. So 3, get roaster thing. We have a roaster thing, also known as a poker. Got it from our fireplace at home. Now what?
You put the mallow on the poker.
Okay, we have a mallow on the poker. Now what?
Put the chocolate inside the marshmallow.
The whole bar?
Now you get a little piece and just put it inside.
See, I told you. Like this is
If you
contra.
stuff
What?
it inside and then you like roast it, the chocolate gets more melted.
Has anyone ever put chocolate inside a
I've
marshmallow?
never done it.
How many people are sitting here thinking, "Oh, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea. I've never thought of it.
We should do that, right? Be great to just have."
Is the marshmallow big enough for you to put that chocolate in?
If you get just like one little square.
Wait a minute. Hold on. We're breaking squares now.
See, that's the first problem. We don't break the square.
Use the whole pot.
Yeah. He makes a s'more sandwich.
It's like a whole meal. So
It's short.
we're having just a full s'mores. If we were to break the chocolate, if we were to break the chocolate, how would you break it?
4 squares.
4 squares? Are there 4 square? Are Hershey's chocolate bars made of squares? They're rectangles, right? So I've got to break it into rectangles. Nope, we're good. Okay. We're breaking into rectangles. Then what? Throw what away? Throw the chocolate away? Why? You don't put chocolate on your s'mores?
You put Nutella?
No, just marshmallow.
Here's another idea. Look at this. Look at this. Or we could go with Nutella. Now let's go back to the initial idea. Could you put Nutella in a marshmallow?
I'm sure you could.
Would you want to?
You need to put it in the middle.
Stick it in there at some point, and do they have to be large marshmallows?
They have to be bigger.
Bigger?
Yeah.
What does bigger mean?
Not like the hot chocolate.
Not the
It's
hot
like-
chocolate ones.
It's like it can't cover too much of the bottom layer.
Okay, so you can't. It has to be proportionate to the graham cracker.
There's a science to it.
Yeah.
There's a science to it. This is awesome. Okay, so breaking squares of chocolate. We're going to be rectangles. How many rectangles of Hershey's? Assume we're going to use Hershey's.
Yeah.
Is it 4? 4 rectangles? You didn't even use chocolate.
No.
Oh my
You
goodness.
don't get a vote.
How about 2? How about 3? 2. What do you do with the third one? Because aren't they in sets of 3s? Like, don't they look like this?
Or if you're feeling
Yeah, I
fancy.
think so.
Right? So if you break off a set of 3 right here, and you want to use 2, what do you do with the third one? Save it for later?
If you're feeling fancy, you can melt it on top.
If you're feeling fancy, you can melt it on top of your marshmallow. Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Some people will eat it. Some people will break it in half, so you actually do get squares. Okay, so we got that. So we're breaking apart our chocolate. What do we do with our graham cracker? Got a long graham cracker, right? Now what?
Just 2.
You can break it in half like this.
No, hamburger style.
Hamburger. What is hamburger style?
Like more
Vertical.
Vertical. So break it this way.
Yep. That's the one.
That's the one. This is the way. Right? So this is the way we're gonna go. Trying to break it hamburger style. We've got the graham cracker broken. We've got 2 pieces of chocolate. We're not gonna put it inside the marshmallow. We're gonna use chocolate. We're not gonna be fancy, right? We're gonna try to put it together. We got the marshmallow. Now what do we do?
Put the chocolate on the graham cracker.
Put the chocolate on the graham cracker. Okay. And
And you roast your mallow.
roast the mallow. How?
Through the fire.
In the fire. So stick the whole poker in the fire. Stick just the marshmallow in the fire.
Just the mallow.
How long? Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
So you can see
It's gotta be golden brown.
Golden brown on the outside.
On the outside.
Yes.
If it's not golden brown, it's still white. Is that enough?
No.
No.
No, but it could be gooey on the inside. How many people make them charcoal black?
Not that.
Bro, my aunt does that and I will never understand.
How many people light it on fire?
Not purpose.
It's like something we all become marshmallow cooking experts. Right? Let's see if we can make this happen, right? So we get that. So we have, I mean, I had a s'mores party once. 12 years ago now. My wife and I weren't married yet. And my friends thought it'd be a great idea to stick the marshmallow on the poker into the fire. And then, because they're men, they took the idea and said, hey, go ahead and catch this. So while it was on fire, they would flick it at somebody else and try to catch it in their mouth. The one guy burned his face because he caught it on the side of his face and it melted. He's like, dude, do it again. So, I mean, the environment, a little bit different, right? Is it wise to have it on fire?
Was this before or after the reception?
This was way before the reception. She married me anyway, so I guess I'm good. Right? But it wasn't me doing it, so go figure. Anyway, do we make it really so hot? So it has to be golden brown. I kind of get a consensus of that. Then what do we do? So we have a golden brown outside exterior marshmallow on a poker. Okay. You pinch it off with your fingers?
Cracker.
With the cracker. So you have to slide it off. Is there a technique? I told you, this is different, right? Not everybody does it the same way. So you end up pulling the poker out and you slide it off with the graham cracker onto the marshmallow, onto the other chocolate and the graham cracker.
Yep.
Okay, do you add more chocolate? Just leave the chocolate on the bottom part of the graham cracker?
Yep.
Okay, and then from there. So assume we're done with that. We take the poker, we put it down. We now have a marshmallow sandwich with the graham cracker and the chocolate. Now what? You eat it. How do you eat it? What? The chocolate has to be on. So you flip it upside down. Is that true?
Chocolate at the bottom usually, but I don't think it really matters.
It doesn't matter. So it does matter. Why does it matter?
I don't know.
You don't know, but it's just something you've always done? Okay. You see the problem here? A lot of people have different ways of how to make s'mores. That's s'mores, right? That's really simple. So more importantly, let's make the question making masks mandatory in the classroom or making masks mandatory in the office space, right? It's hard because people have different opinions. Where should the water cooler be? Where should the soda machine be, right? Should we have hot chocolate available for all of our employees for free? Should we have coffee available for all of our employees for free? Should we have soda available to all of our employees for free? Should we have beer available to all of our employees for free? People have different perspectives. And then when we start talking about processes, how do we do something? Like, how should we make something? How should we sell things? Should we cold call people? Or do we not cold call people? All these are part of this process thing that we're doing, this routine. And I'll stop here because I'm out of time, right? But that's what I want to get into, is that we're going to talk about processes. And I started doing this, about 5 years ago. Because I started realizing that even just making ramen noodles and s'mores, not everybody does the same thing. It's contentious. And so where do you start? If I had to write this down so I could give it to a new hire, where would I start? Would I start with getting the ingredients? Would I start with making the fire? Do I need to have lighter fluid? Do I need to have gasoline? Do I need to have my brother showed me yesterday, he was pulling weeds in the yard. He said, I got something that's a lot easier. And he brings out this blowtorch. So this long end to it. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm going to show you how I kill weeds. I'm like, well, it's probably overkill, but it works, right? So even just killing weeds is very different depending on who you are and how you're gonna go about doing it. The process for doing it. It took me longer to get this blowtorch put together with this long neck than it did if I just went and I just pulled the weed out with a manual tool. But boy, is it satisfying when you light something on fire, right? So there's this idea of, you know, how do we even do something simple like that? That's what we're gonna talk about starting on Monday. So you'll have a quiz on Friday, not on this, it'll be on the basics of supply chain. If you haven't watched the video, it's available on YouTube. I will put this video up on YouTube, so you can take a look at this and figure out how to make s'mores. And hopefully you guys get the point across, okay? So I'll send up, sorry? There's no, I won't be here on Friday, I'll be at the Leadership Council County. And then I will put this up on Moodle, you'll get a straw poll that when to do presentation lectures, probably starting in 2 weeks, okay? So let me know. Have a good day, good to see you. Yep. For those of you online, thank you. I will continue to, I'm going to stop the recording right now.